Hi, my name is Ashish Merchant, and I'm here to share my experiences about the 4-month digital marketing training program by Digital Scholar. You'll see a lot of information all over social media talking about this program, comparing it to others, the curriculum, the methodology, all of those things, right? So I won't dwell on those. What I will do today, though, is share with you 3 insights that I think I've gained in these last 3 months. It's a 4-month program. I've completed 3 months. And yes, there's a lot of technical skills in training, but I think these 3 insights really are what distinguish the program at Digital Scholar with the others. And I'm hoping and praying that these 3 insights help you make up your mind whether this program is for you or not for you. So here's the first insight. When the course began, the instructors very clearly allowed us and guided us to distinguish between what is commonly termed as demand generation and demand fulfillment. What does that really mean? Let me give you an example. So let's say I'm looking for the purchase of, I don't know, a white shirt to go to a party, and I do a search, white shirts. You'll see a lot of Google AdWords, and you'll see a lot of advertisements talking about, white shirts that are available on the internet. That's essentially demand fulfillment. That I have a demand, I know what I need, I'm looking for the best way to fulfill it, and so you need to serve me up that information through relevant and timely, keywords searches or things of that nature, right? And there's various ways in which that happens. Google AdWords is the biggest, but there's other ways in which that happens. Demand fulfillment is this, but demand generation, on the other hand, is where you may not know you have this need, but you still want to be able to sell that product. So let's say if it's an expensive perfume or it's a diamond-studded pen, right? In which case you will want to almost create an imagery and a desire for somebody to be able to want and have that product. That's demand generation. I'll give you a personal example. I'm an entrepreneur. I have several businesses, and 2 businesses in particular that I pushed using the learnings from Digital Scholar helped me when I was trying to classify them between demand generation and demand fulfillment. So as an example, I have one business which is a doorstep laundry. It essentially services laundry and dry cleaning needs for residents of Mumbai. Now, what I did for that business is I focused on trying to get the word out there about my laundry services for those who are looking for laundry services, right? Somebody who's doing a search on laundry services. In fact, in the description below, I'll give you a link to just one of the many things we did with assistants in class, which is respond to a Quora query on where can I find a good laundry in Mumbai. And you'll see how we've taken the principles of search engine marketing and search engine optimization to be able to serve up that content. That's all about demand fulfillment. Demand generation, on the other hand, I had to use when I was serving up for my other business, which is essentially redeeming loyalty points for charity. Now, normally people don't think about redeeming their loyalty points for charity, and so I had to create that imagery and solicit people and educate them that this is possible. So I created an Instagram reel around it. Again, that's one part of many things we do, but I've also put that in the description below for you to determine and understand how demand generation is different from demand fulfillment. In fact, funnily, to help demand fulfillment for Digital Scholar, we completed an assignment where I responded to a query to somebody who was asking for information on digital marketing training institutes in Hyderabad, and you'll see how I tried to use the principles we learned in class to fulfill that information need. I put that also in the description below. So that's the first thing I thought was very powerful and insightful, is that not all marketing is cut alike, and that one needs to really and clearly understand the difference between demand generation and demand fulfillment. So that's one. The second piece which I want to talk about is this whole notion of valuing your own time. It sounds somewhat strange, but think about it, and I'll give you a thought experiment to think this one through. When you run out of your, let's say you have a Gmail account and you get 15 GB free, and when you hit that limit of 15 GB, what do? You try to eliminate unnecessary videos, unnecessary pictures or emails so that you can remain within the 15 GB memory limitation? Or do you pay that 2,500 rupees a year and get the extra space, whatever 200 GB, so that you can move on. Yeah. Now, deleting those extras will probably cost you an hour or two, whereas you can save that hour or two by paying the 2,500 rupees. It's a very simple thought experiment, but it drives a larger principle. How much do you value your time, and are you willing to pay to save your time? And why this is important is that many of the tools we learn in class talk about and describe to us how we can save our time, and so that we can use our time for more useful and more powerful endeavors, such as scaling our businesses, right? So there is Jasper, which is an AI-driven tool that helps us automatically create copy blogs and sales emails and web content and captions and video scripts and things of that nature. Or there is Grammarly, which helps us, essentially create bold copy, which is error-free, right? So no spelling mistakes, no grammatical mistakes, etc. Or there's Spreadis, which helps you create some stunning social media posts, right? So your reels and videos and ads. Essentially in class, the instructor, generated something like 20 Instagram posts for my laundry business, like within 5 minutes, right? And that was all based off like a 100-word brief. There was tools like hashtag generator. There's Poobler, which can schedule your social media, marketing plan and then give you back MIS in a certain manner, things of that nature. And so the second principle I thought that was very important from all of this was: are you willing to value your own time? And are you willing to commit money to save your time, right? Because only then can you grow. Otherwise, it's always tempting to save money initially, especially when you're a bootstrapped entrepreneur. But there's a strength to automation. Automation is a big piece of it, and this is not theory. This is all stuff that these guys do, with at EchoVMe, and so they're bringing real life cases and experiences from their clients at EchoVMe into the classroom. Yeah. So that's the second principle. Yeah, time versus money. And then the third one, which I thought was extremely important, was this whole notion of how do you translate all of these skills and all of these learnings into actual money. Yeah? So this is not one of those classes where you're given an assignment and then you're measured on your success by the number of likes and shares you have, as much as how do you translate that into money. Yeah? Money can come in many ways, many forms. It could be through an affiliate marketing effort. It could be through more sales. But the emphasis is to not focus on the vanity metrics, but on focusing on money. And there's a number of ways they do this, but I'll give you one or two examples, right? So for instance, they will force you in the classroom to find your niche. And this is not your overall niche, yeah? So it's not digital marketing. It is like digital marketing for the jewelry industry, for instance, as a niche. And are you going to be an Instagram expert, a Canva design expert? Are you going to be a LinkedIn expert? Are you going to be able to, so you have to understand everything, right? But you have to be an expert in some. So what is that one niche that you will focus on, and how will you use it so that all your skills of website making and Quora responses and Instagram reels and what have you, Google AdWords search, all come together to be able to make you money. Yeah. In fact, they have something called the Legacy Club, which is so powerful because anybody who makes that commitment to digital marketing as a way to earn money, they want to ensure that you make at least 1 lakh rupees or 100,000 rupees per month. And the Legacy Club works with you. It's almost like a mini YPO of sorts for freelancers, which helps you get to that 1 lakh hurdle. And as our instructor keeps telling us in class, right? Success is when your passive income is more than your expenses. Think about that for a minute. When your passive income is more than your expenses. So all your time needs to go not into creating income by all the work you do, but into creating systems that generate income for you even when you're not around, right? And that's the beauty of the class. And so, like I said, you'll learn a lot about what the class does. You learn about all the skills they teach. But I thought these were important takeaways that a prospective student should know, because there's no place to hide. There's assignments every week. You need to deliver on them every week. And if you don't deliver, you're the one that loses, right? Because it's very, very real world. It's not academic in that sense of the term. It is very, very results oriented. So I'll repeat, there's those three things I'd like you to take away. One is the ability to differentiate between demand generation and demand fulfillment, and to focus your efforts and strategies very distinctly between the two, depending on what your goals are, either for yourself or your clients. Yeah. The second one is to ability to leverage technology to save your time, because your time is then focused on your business growth, which can then generate income for you. Yeah. So saving time with technology, especially AI-driven technology, is a big piece of this course. And the third takeaway, which is very awkward in some ways for many of us, who aren't used to it, is your ability to sharpen your financial model. Yeah. So that your business model serves your financial model into making money for you. And the hurdle is 100,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees per month. You won't get there right away, but that's the goal. Yeah, that's the mission statement that people who associate with the Legacy Club have. And so I hope these 3 takeaways are helpful to those who are considering Digital Scholar as a way to sharpen or increase or enhance or get digital marketing abilities. It's a lot of fun. I made a lot of good friends. And I hope if you make that decision, then you will choose to join and benefit as well. Again, I've put a link in the description below where you can take some free sample sessions and determine for yourself if this is for you. Thank you. All the best. Goodbye.